everyone, and welcome back to English Listening Boost. I'm your host, Sarah. Today we're setting out on an epic adventure to explore a game that didn't just redefine a legendary franchise, but also left an indelible mark on the entire open-world genre, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Even now, years after its release, and with its own fantastic sequel, Tears of the Kingdom, having captured our hearts, Breath of the Wild remains a monumental achievement and a game many still hold dear. So let's discover what makes it so special. Look at its highlights, some common critiques, and why it's still very much worth your time. First off, what kind of game is The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild? Released in 2017 for the Nintendo Switch and Wii U, it's an open-world action-adventure game. But that description barely scratches the surface. It fundamentally broke away from many traditional Zelda conventions, offering players an unprecedented level of freedom in a vast, post-apocalyptic Hyrule. The story begins with Link awakening from a 100-year slumber with no memory, in a Hyrule devastated by Calamity Ganon. He must explore this sprawling world, regain his lost memories, rally allies, and ultimately confront Ganon. Key to your journey is the Sheikah Slate, a mysterious tablet granting powerful runes like magnesis, manipulating metal objects, stasis, freezing objects in time, cryonis, creating ice pillars from water, and remote bombs. The game also features a weapon durability system, a deep cooking mechanic for creating food and elixirs that grant buffs, the ability to climb almost any surface, and the iconic paraglider for soaring across the landscape. Instead of numerous, large, themed dungeons, the world is dotted with over 100 bite-sized shrines, offering combat challenges or physics-based puzzles, alongside 4 larger divine beasts that serve as the main dungeons. Now, let's talk about the masterstrokes. Why Breath of the Wild is so universally acclaimed. The absolute standout feature is the sense of freedom and discovery. After a brief tutorial area, the vast kingdom of Hyrule is almost entirely open to you. If you can see a distant mountain, you can probably climb it. This freedom encourages genuine exploration, curiosity, and often leads to unscripted adventures. Finding a hidden cave, a tiny village, or a peculiar Korok puzzle purely by chance is incredibly rewarding. The physics and chemistry engine is another marvel. The game's systems interact in emergent and often surprising ways. You can set grass on fire to create an updraft for your paraglider, use metal weapons to conduct electricity during a thunderstorm, or roll a snowball down a hill to take out enemies. This allows for immense creativity in solving puzzles and approaching combat encounters. The atmosphere and world design are breathtaking. Hyrule is beautiful, melancholic, and filled with environmental storytelling. From windswept plains and snowy mountains to volcanic regions and lush forests, each area feels distinct. The art style is gorgeous, and the minimalist approach to music, relying often on ambient sounds, enhances the immersion. The gameplay loop of exploring, discovering shrines, solving their intricate puzzles, gathering resources, cooking for buffs, fighting diverse enemies, and gradually upgrading your health, stamina, and gear is incredibly engaging and addictive. Even the combat, while challenging, is rewarding. The weapon durability system, though debated, forces you to be strategic, use your environment, and constantly adapt your arsenal. Learning enemy attack patterns and mastering mechanics like flurry rushes and parries feels great. Next, let's address some of the points of contention or common criticisms that players have discussed over the years. The most divisive mechanic is undoubtedly weapon durability. Weapons break, often quite quickly. Some players found this frustrating, feeling like they couldn't get attached to their favorite gear. Others appreciated how it encouraged experimentation with different weapon types and thinking on your feet. The 4 divine beasts, the game's main dungeons, received mixed reactions. While mechanically interesting, some players found them thematically quite similar to each other, and perhaps less memorable or grand in scale compared to the elaborate, uniquely themed dungeons of past Zelda titles. While the underlying story is poignant, its presentation through fragmented memories wasn't for everyone. Some players missed a more present, actively unfolding narrative. On its original Nintendo Switch hardware, the game occasionally suffered from performance issues, particularly noticeable frame rate drops in graphically demanding areas like the Korok Forest or during intense battles. Some critics also pointed to a limited variety of standard enemies compared to the vastness of the world, with many being palette swaps of existing foes. And, of course, the infamous rain, while adding to the world's dynamism, could halt your climbing progress, which sometimes led to moments of frustration. So why does Breath of the Wild still matter so much in 2025, and what else is useful to know? Its legacy is undeniable. Breath of the Wild heavily influenced a generation of open-world game design, with many subsequent titles adopting its emphasis on player agency and systemic gameplay. For those who might be new to the game, perhaps even having played Tears of the Kingdom first, Breath of the Wild offers a different, yet equally magical experience. While Tears of the Kingdom expands on the mechanics and world, Breath of the Wild provides that unparalleled feeling of discovering this specific version of Hyrule for the very first time, with its unique sense of quiet desolation and emergent hope. It's an essential experience to see where many of those newer ideas originated. My tips for newcomers would be: embrace getting lost. The detours are often more rewarding than the main path. Experiment constantly with your Sheikah Slate abilities and the physics engine. Don't be afraid to run from fights you're not ready for. And cook everything. Good food makes a huge difference. The game also features 2 significant DLC packs: the Master Trials, which adds a challenging trial mode, a harder difficulty, and more, and the Champions Ballad, which provides more story content focused on the 4 champions, new shrines, and the awesome Master Cycle Zero motorcycle. Ultimately, Breath of the Wild is a landmark title. It's a game about curiosity, resilience, and the joy of discovery. It trusts the player to forge their own path and create their own stories within its beautiful, broken world. To wrap it up, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is more than just a game. It's an experience. It's a testament to innovative design and the power of player freedom. Despite any minor quibbles, its strengths far outweigh them, making it a masterpiece that is still absolutely worth playing and replaying today. What are your fondest memories of Breath of the Wild? Or are you considering exploring Hyrule for the first time? Let us know. That's all the time we have for today on English Listening Boost. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Sarah, and I hope you have an amazing day. See you next time.